Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are talking after a very long time, and in today's video we are going to talk about how to have more influence as a leader. Now, when I say as a leader, it does not only mean that you have to be heading or managing a team or heading a level in an organization, but leadership really means any position where you are responsible for something. So, even if you are a homemaker taking care and juggling so many responsibilities, you are a leader. If you are a person who's managing maybe a smaller team of 2 3 people at your work, at your business, or in your life in any other endeavor as well, you are a leader. And polishing your leadership skills means becoming very powerful in the way you execute your responsibilities. Now, a lot of us have very different definitions of what power is and what a leader actually does. And a lot of people actually step into the leadership role because they want to have this power of taking charge, giving instructions, executing things, and more of that satisfying their ego of becoming a leader. That could be one of the aspirations. But what does leadership really means is to be at the service of the responsibility that has been given to you, be at the service of your team and your people, and to nurture them to an extent where you're building them up while you are achieving the goals. And that is how leadership looks like. And it is not a day's job that today you take responsibilities and tomorrow you are done. There is so much that goes into it, and the journey of becoming that person itself is so satisfying, and that is why so many people are passionate about leadership and developing leadership skills. And that is the reason why I named my academy as the Self Leadership Academy, because you're constantly giving yourself a direction and other people some direction as well. So that was a little bit of a context, and now let's talk about influence. Now, influence doesn't just mean that you told somebody to do something and they did it. That is somebody taking instructions from you because you are in a certain position and you have certain powers over them. But influence is that people being so inspired by you as a leader that sometimes you don't even have to explicitly tell them what to do, how to do, and all of those things, right? Where you have such a connection with people that they are aligned with your vision, they are aligned, and they have that trust in you as a leader that whatever you are saying, whatever you're doing, they are wanting to listen to you, they are wanting to be led by you. And that is a place where you are truly a people's leader. And it is so important for us to understand the concept of being a people's leader, is because no one has really achieved anything great on their own. We always need people, we always need teams, we need good culture in the team. And for that, every leader must know that how is people's leadership important and how they can integrate that into their leadership. So we are going to focus on this aspect, that how do you integrate and improve your people skills, the skills of managing people, so that your influence as a leader increases, right? So there's so many leaders, that we look up to, and they're out there. But do we really feel influenced by them is a very big question. For example, I do not like politicians. I don't look at them as leaders, all of them. There could be some who really stand differently based on their leadership skills. But most of the time, I do not find politicians to be very influential as leaders. But there could be somebody I know, maybe running a small business, but I am so influenced by the person's leadership, right? So it does not really depend upon on what scale are you influencing people. The motivation speech that you give by standing on the desk and the podium for 5 minutes does not really make you an influential leader. You just coming and giving somebody a pep talk, giving somebody advices, or scolding somebody for something, none of this actually increases your influence. what really increases your influence as a leader is you really seeing people. So what you need to work on is art of seeing people. You don't need to work on storytelling, you don't need to work on your communication skills. I mean, for this purpose, okay, you can explicitly work on those factors of your personality if you feel like. But the thing that I am telling in this video is more important than communication skills and storytelling, and which is the art of seeing people. So when a person comes in front of me, or anybody who is a people's person or a people's leader, there's something that we can see in the person beyond what they are showing or telling. And this feels very intuitive to me, at least. But for so many of us, when they are speaking, we can read between the lines. When they are wanting to do a certain task, we are understanding the personality as to what kind of tasks are aligned with their personality, what kind of tasks are not aligned with their personality, and providing that non judgmental space for the person to express different aspects of their personality. Now, I'm not saying that if you have like a 7 hours work day and you have a 5 or 6 hours of work week, to every single hour and every single week you have to just let people show all aspects of their personality. Maybe not, but there has to be some time during the week where everybody in this is in this non-judgmental space, where they are discussing, speaking and talking about different aspects of their personality. And it can be a one-on-one conversation with you, or it can be a group discussion between you and your team members. This can be also implemented in families, where in Indian families there is a lot of um, पावर डायनामिक दैट हैपेंस, कि बच्चे ऐसी बात करेंगे, बड़े ऐसी बात करेंगे, बच्चे बड़ों से ऐसे ही बात करते हैं. आई फील देयर शुड बी एन आवर इन द वीक वेयर नोबडी इज़ बड़ा, नोबडी इज़ छोटा, सब लोग अपनी अपनी बातें एक्सप्रेस करें, एवरीबडी इज़ एक्सप्रेसिंग द थिंग्स. And instead of getting into any kind of judgment and opinion in that particular zone, a leader can just sense the room and understand that, oh, where is this person? What are their intrinsic motivations? And having that very big intention in your heart to understand each and every person, at least who reports to you very closely, if it's a big organization, or if you have like a smaller setup, then whoever is in your team. Because if the culture of that place is something that aligns and hooks with a person, the person is least likely to leave that space, very very least likely to leave that space. So culture word is very important for a leader to be very influential, and this happens over a period of time. But a leader knowing this and keeping that intention in the heart, that I want to understand this human being from all the perspectives that are possible, makes you a people's person. Now, it's not that you only look at your team members. Even when you are roaming around and talking to strangers or talking to some person, just trying to understand that the person, for example, I like talking to everybody, my maid, जो सब्जी बेचने आते हैं से लेके every kind of person, because no matter what their profession is, a human being is interesting, period. So that kind of interests for human beings needs to be there, and that makes you a phenomenal leader. I mean, more than just people liking you, people sort of trust that I can give myself to this person, and there's going to be something that beautifully will come out of it. And that is when they allow you to mentor them, because that is a very important role. And they take your advice without you really regressing any advice or instructions onto them, and you grow as a beautiful team, you grow as a wonderful family. But then whoever is leading that family or the team needs to start building this perspective. And everybody talks about all of the factors like communication, storytelling and all of those things, but I feel having this very strong intention at heart, and always reminding that I want to see this person, is the most beautiful thing. So I have noticed this, they're my life coach or the consultants that I would go to for my problems. There is some time in the meeting where we're just looking at each other. We're not saying anything. It also happens with me and my clients. We're just looking at each other, and um, we're not trying to do anything. We're just trying to be with each other. And that is so profound. And people who have experienced this will be able to resonate with it. But try that out and let me know your experience. See you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel if you liked what you see.